Hello everybody, it is Jamarcus, and I'm here with semi-finals of the PUDL Ultra Bowl tier. We're faced off against SB Red Dragon, who has a very scary team that ended up beating us in the regular season. They were the only team to beat us, and frankly they beat us because I played very terribly. I sacked Deoxys turn 1, and I was playing too rushed with Azumarill and Flamigo. And also I think the team I brought was not that good either. Looking at you, Berserker. Nonetheless, we're faced off against them, so hopefully we'll avenge our past selves. Things I'm bringing the same are going to be Dragapult. I'm bringing the exact same set, modest specs. I think there's no Shadow Ball switch in on my opponent's team, and actually I do have Thunderbolt. I thought about maybe putting Thunder Wave on it, but I kept Thunderbolt. I know that was a little spoiler that I brought dunsparce, but we'll get through the team in a second. So, Dragapult, there's no switch in. That's my breaker. That's not my win con though. I prepped for this team for many hours. I did a lot of mocks, probably the most mocks I've ever done for any draft game. I went through a lot of sets with a lot of Pokemon. I probably had 3 different Dragapult sets, probably 5 Gren sets, 3 Dio sets, and I switched around a lot of Pokemon down here. I had Serena at first, and I had Flamigo, I kept Flamigo, and then dunsparce made it on the team instead of Sandy Shocks at the end. So, what am I scared of? Ampharos. I can't kill this thing, it's going to paralyze something, it's going to mess up my plans. Cryogonal, look at my team, look at Freeze Dry, that thing is fantastic into me. I really have no answers. Unless I want to bring Terra Ice Serena, which I had, but I dropped it for Flamigo later on. I'm also scared of Screamtail. It's just going to paralyze my whole team. I can't really kill it that easily. It's so versatile, which my opponent brought a really cool set, as we'll see. Empoleon, a little scared of, just knocking things off, flip turning around, going to be difficult to kill. What do I want to prioritize this game? Getting up hazards. I've noticed my opponent does not bring boots on like anything, and I think the first week around would have been a very different game had I gotten hazards up. So I'm getting hazards up this time, for sure. I'm not going to sack something turn 1, that's my only hazard setter. My win con is Greninja. I'm going with Battle Bond this game. It's tough because do I bring Sludge Wave for Screamtail? Well, now I have to drop Water Shuriken or Dark Pulse, which means I'm weaker into Weavile. I want Water Shuriken for Tusk. I need Ice Beam to be killing AV Torn and Regidrago. Battle Bond, or special attacking at least, is pretty bad into Cryogonal as well. I had Battle Bond physical at first, but it just was not doing anything, and then it was terrible into Tusk. So, that's enough talking. Let's see what I brought. Dunsparce. It's showing up for the first time since week 2. This thing is just a soft check to a lot of Pokemon. Take a hit from Torn, take a hit from Weavile, take a hit from Moth. Decent, just gonna paralyze something, get up rocks. This thing is going to consistently get up rocks this game, and that's why I brought it. I had Sandy Shocks to get up rocks initially, but that thing was not accomplishing anything because all of their spinners beat Sandy Shock. So I set up rocks as Tusk comes in, I don't kill it, it kills me. Same thing with the other 2. So Sandy Shock was just not working, so I went for Dunsparce. I'm pretty much max Spadef. I've realized I'm going to get my Eviolite knocked off like right away from Tornadus or Empoleon, or maybe Weavile. That's going to do a lot more damage though. But I'm okay with that. I still want to bring Eviolite. I thought maybe Rocky Helmet just to punish that knockoff, but no. Being able to switch in more comfortably to like a Hurricane is nice. I have Body Slam as my only attack with Serene Grace. Originally I had Glare over Body Press, or Body Slam, sorry. Glare is pretty nice, it just guaranteed paralysis on something, but I want an attacking move because if this Iron Moth clicks sub, I'm not in a good spot. So that's what Body Slam's for. Also, I'm Calm. Doesn't that lower attack? I forgot to change that. Semi-finals and I'm making mistakes like that, jeez. Rocks to get up, Roost to heal myself, which I'm never really going to click to be honest, and Baton Pass to pivot, that's a really important move. I had Rattled at first because I didn't have Body Slam, so I had no attacking, so Rattled would be better, but I don't want to pass a speed boost and get disqualified, so Serene Grace it was. Anyways, Deoxys, Lumberry. I don't want to get paralyzed. I have Taunt for a Screamtail. I could also get paralyzed by that thing. Poison Jab from a Weavile. Sludge Wave or Sludge Bomb. I don't know if it actually gets Sludge Bomb. Anyways, lots of status this game. I don't want Deoxys getting static or statused in any form. I have Psychic just as an attacking move. To be honest, it's pretty bad here. There's a lot of Pokemon that Psychic's not doing anything to. And then I have Taunt for Screamtail, prevent hazards, prevent Wish Protect, just to keep it low. I want Screamtail to stay low for Greninja. That's what Taunt's for. Then I have Recover and Spikes, just to stall out some Pokemon, maybe get some hazards up. Specs, Dragapult, I already went over that kind of. Draco, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, U-turn. Let's do some damage. Flamigo, I'm bringing Choice Scarf again. Pretty much the same set, except Terra Blast and Terra Steel. I might have had Rooster Copycats last time, I don't remember. Terra Steel, Terra Blast is a little bit more into Screamtail, and I don't have to take a bunch of recoil like Terra Flying Brave Bird. Terra Steel is also my kind of check to Cryogonal. I don't have a free try resist, although Dunsparce can help, but it doesn't really do that much back. It's just going to paralyze it, and if it's Terra Electric, it's going to stall Dunsparce out. So Flamigo's actually going to do some damage to Cryogonal, hopefully. Here's my Wincon Greninja, Water Shuriken, Surf, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, a very, very standard Battle Bond Gren set. Pretty much max speed, because I want to be outspeeding Torn. Max special attack, some HP, and Life Orb. I had Physical at first, I had Hazards on Gren, I had Expert Belt. There were a lot of renditions on this Pokemon, but it ended up just being the typical Greninja, which I think this is almost my exact set from week 1. Maybe some different EVs. Anyways, last Pokemon is Azumarill. I don't remember what these stats do. They're probably important though, speed, because there's a lot of base 50s. Never mind, there's not. I want to be outspeeding an Ampharos, that's what it is. A lot of attack. Aqua Jet means I'm not going to lose to Iron Moth. Play Rough hits their team really well. Superpower is for Empoleon, and then Knock Off to get rid of some items. I had Eject Pack at first, but I just decided for Citrus Berry. Maybe if they knock it off, then they'll think I'm Belly Drum, which was supposed to be my Wincon last time we played, but it did not work. Anyways, what do I expect them to bring? Torn's definitely coming. Weavile's definitely coming. Iron Moth. I thought Iron Moth was actually bad this matchup, but my opponent has brought Iron Moth every single game, so I was expecting it. Empoleon might come, Screamtail's probably coming, Regidraco might come, Cryogonal's definitely coming, maybe the other two Terra Captains too. I'm most scared of Cryogonal. That thing's very scary. Everything else, I think I can handle. Although Tusk was actually scary too. I was hoping to not see Tusk, and we don't. No Tusk. Fantastic. Nothing too surprising. No Tusk was nice, no Ampharos was nice, no Empoleon was nice. That opens up Dragapult a little bit. Everything on this team gets 2 KO'd by Shadow Ball, besides Weavile. So, I was always supposed to lead Flamigo this game, but I don't see a Tusk, which means Dunsparce kind of doesn't take anything from anything. So I'm just going to lead Dunsparce and get up rocks. Maybe I could have led Flamigo, Terra Steel, so that I have that switch in to Cryogonal, but I wanted rocks up because I figured there's not a Boots on that team. So Dunsparce lead into Screamtail. This is great. I'm getting rocks up. I made sure this thing didn't learn Taunt. It doesn't. If it learned Taunt, I probably would have flicked Body Slam this turn. So I get up rocks, they get up rocks. Why did that Screamtail go after me? This thing is guaranteed, because I'm not running max speed, guaranteed to be Lagging Tail or Iron Ball. Figured probably Lagging Tail, which is good for me. I'm just going to Body Slam, see if I can pair this thing, because I don't really want to switch on this. I see that it's Lagging Tail, so I don't want to click Baton Pass. Seeing that it's Lagging Tail told me it's either going to be Trick or Baton Pass itself. It wants that slow pivot. I actually didn't even consider Trick until after they clicked it. That's a little spoiler, but I figured they were Baton Pass. I didn't want a Baton Pass, switch out, and then they get their slower Baton Pass. So that's why I clicked Body Slam here. I get a crit. I did an extra 6%. Yippee. They click Roar. I get Flamigo out. That's really nice. Maybe bringing out Deoxys would have been better so I could taunt this thing. I know it's Lagging Tail, so it's either going to want to Trick or Baton Pass me. So getting Flamigo out was really nice. Could have been a lot worse, like Greninja or Azumarill. So I'm just going to Terra Steel in front of this thing and click Terra Blast. Now that's a crit that matters. That's 2 crits in a row. That's pretty unfortunate for my opponent. Maybe they can Wish Protect this thing back up. Let's see what they go for. They go for the Trick Lagging Tail, as expected. This thing would have gotten 2-hit KO'd anyways. It was a roll, albeit, but I think that being your play to expect to not get 2-hit KO'd by that. Maybe they didn't expect Terra Blast Shield, to be fair. So, that could have been Choice Band, Terra Fly, Brave Bird. I think there was a lot of scenarios that I win there. So I now have a Lagging Tail, which is fine. They're dead to Brave Bird now, so that crit was nice. It meant that I can Brave Bird here. Tornadus takes rocks, that's fantastic. I Brave Bird, that did nothing. This thing is max defense. Max HP, max defense. With a defense boosting nature. That's good to know. Means I might even be faster if I wasn't, since I'm not Choice Scarf, but I have Lagging Tail now, so I'm not going to be faster. Azumarill still slower. Maybe if it's Thunder Waved, then Azumarill might be faster. But really, this thing being slow doesn't matter against my team. Had I brought Sandy Shocks, or maybe a Serena, that would have been nicer. So I'm just going to click Brave Bird again to kill this thing. They U-turn out. What's their Brave Bird resist? I don't see one. They're probably going to sack Scream Tail. And they do. It's actually really nice that I'm not choice locked anymore, because now I can switch around moves. This was a confusing turn for me. First of all, it takes rocks. Let's look at that. Why is Cryogonal coming out on my Flamigo? This told me 2 things. This thing is either going to Terra Psychic on my close combat, or they're going to click Iron Defense. I was very much expecting Iron Defense, or also Acid Armor, does the same thing. So I thought, okay, close combat, they live, then I can U-turn, and then I'll go into something else. Maybe dunsparce, and I'll be okay. So I just click close combat here. They Acid Armor as expected, they're going to live. No, they're not. Editor Marcus here. Quick note. I just said it'll live. No it won't. This was their set. I checked with them. 248 HP, 8 defense. At +2, they took rocks. Let's throw that on. Why not? I don't know what they were weakness policy. Let's put that on there. After rocks, close combat, guaranteed outco comfortably. They were at 75%, so that close combat's always killing if they don't Terra. I keep going on this game about, oh, I could have lost to that weakness policy, Cryogonal. No. If they Terra, maybe it'll be a different game. But they didn't Terra, that close combat was always killing, that crit did not matter. I don't know why I thought it did. Look at this thing's defense stat. Cryogonal maybe isn't as good as I thought it was. So that crit didn't matter like at all. Back on with the video. Another crit. They would have lived. They were a weakness policy, they told me after the game. I might have just lost that turn if that didn't crit. My whole team is weak to Freeze Dry. My answer for this is Flamigo. It's low, and they're boosting their defense. Dragapult might chip this thing down enough. Deoxys would live a hit, even if it Rapid Spin boosts. Unless they were Terra Ice Beam, maybe. I can taunt it so it stays low. They can't recover. If I can get it below 60%, then Draco Meteor will kill on Dragapult. But if they're boosting their speed, then that's not an option anyways. This put me in a fantastic spot. Down goes Cryogonal, and I feel like I haven't done anything this game. I just set up rocks, and then got roared into Flamigo, and half of their team is dead. So out comes Weavile. Weavile also takes rocks, so I was right about them probably not running boots on much. They have 3 Ice Weeks so far, none of them, or sorry, 3 Rock Weeks so far, which have not been running boots. So, I don't want to switch in on this thing. I do have 2 Pokemon that resist both dual stabs, but I just want to let Flamigo go. It's Lagging Tail, it's going to take rocks when it switches in, it's not beating anything anymore. So Flamigo's going down. If they want to click SD, fantastic, I'll kill you. So, I thought a long time about this turn. I don't know if they're Choice Band. I don't know if they're Choice Scarf. I don't know if they're Never Melt Ice, Swords Dance. There's a lot of sets that they could be. Dunsparce covers all of them. So, if they click Choice Band Knockoff into me, I will live. I can switch out with Baton Pass. I'll know that they're Choice Band, and I can go into Greninja or Azumarill. I probably want to keep Azumarill healthy though, because I see that Regidrago in the back. depending on the amount of damage they do, I'll know what item they are. Or if they click SD, I'll switch out. I can go Greninja. I have priority to kill them, or at least hurt them, to get them in range of like Aqua Jet from a Azumarill or something. So I thought Baton Pass was my best play here. They go Torn because they realize they don't kill me, they don't want to get parried. And I bring in Pult. Pult's in, I'm clicking Shadow Ball. It kills this thing. If they want to go Weavile, fine. You 2 KO'd after rocks. If they want to go Iron Moth again, fine. They bring in Iron Moth. Shadow Ball will do about 50% of this thing. They're not booster, so I'm thinking they're probably Choice Specs, Choice Scarf. If they're Choice Specs, I will do a lot to them, which will put them in range of Water Shuriken from Greninja. If they're faster than me and click Dazzling Gleam with Choice Scarf, it's a roll to kill. If they kill me, that's fine, I'll know they're Choice Scarf. I can go into a Azumarill or even Dunsparce. So I'm just going to click Shadow Ball here. I don't really need Grand anymore. It's going to die to Ice Shard eventually. Scarf Regidrago, which it seems like it is, or Dragon Dance is going to kill this thing anyways. Let's just click Shadow Ball, see if this thing's Choice Scarf. And it is. But I live. I click Shadow Ball, 55%. This thing's going to kill me. I know it's Choice Scarf now. I'm going to bring in a Azumarill. At this point, a Azumarill wins the game. I click Aqua Jet to kill this thing. If they go Regidrago on Aqua Jet, I just play rough the next turn. This thing's dead to Hazard, so they should be sacking this anyways. If they go Weavile on Aqua Jet, they're going to die to 2 Aqua Jets. So they pretty much don't have a play here. Their best play is to sack Iron Moth here, and they do. They bring in Weavile. This tells me this thing probably has Poison Jab. Nothing else can really hit me. I was scared of Brick Break earlier on Dunsparce, I think. Or what? No, on Greninja. That's why I didn't go Greninja a few turns ago. Oops. So we went Dunsparce, got Dragapult in, got the kill. Now we're in with Azumarill. Aqua Jet does not kill here. I'm expecting a Poison Jab. This Deoxys is not doing anything. Let's take a look at its set again. I have Psychic, Taunt, Recover, Spikes. What does that do here? Nothing. Doesn't do anything to Regidrago. Can't touch Weavile. I want this thing dead, so I'm not getting set up on by Regidrago. Although I have Taunt, so I should be okay, and I'm faster than Scar. So I just go Dio here. If they click Knockoff and kill me, that's fine. They end up going for Poison Jab. Does not 2 KO. I didn't know that. I wanted this thing dead anyways. I'm just going to start setting up spikes. It doesn't really make a difference at this point in the game. If they go Regidrago, I taunt it always, so they can't Dragon Dance. They can kill me, that's fine. I go Azumarill, I win the game. They Poison Jab, they get the poison, but my Lumberry kicks in. And I get 2 layers of spikes up, that doesn't really matter. Also, by the damage on that Poison Jab, I knew that they were Choice Band, so I was not scared of them clicking Swords Dance, which is why I did not taunt. I go Greninja. They Poison Jab me. Didn't poison, that's nice. I Surf. I get my Battle Bond. I would have lived a round of poison, even if that did poison. They bring in Regidrago. This thing can't really do anything to me. I Ice Beam, and I kill him. So, there is my semifinals game. We take the win with some great luck on the Cryogonal. The other crits weren't as important, but I'll definitely take the crit on Screamtail as well. So, another playoffs game, another game where I'm getting crits and make it look like I'm winning because I'm lucky, which definitely this game was the case. I think I also brought a really good team. In hindsight, the Deoxys set was pretty bad into a lot of Pokemon. I was kind of tunnel visioning on keeping the Screamtail low with Taunt. Spikes was also nice, but like max defense almost. What is that? Not super proud of that set. The rest of the team I think was good though. Flamigo did way more than it was supposed to. Azumarill was also fantastic that late game. Once I got Cryogonal dead, Azumarill pretty much killed the rest. So we take the win. I do not know who I'm facing in finals yet, but top 2 guaranteed. We'll take it, which I believe means I can move up a division in this league, but we'll see. That's probably a while away. At least some months away till the next season. So, top 2 guaranteed. We're either facing off against... Actually, let me find the picture. 1 second. Alright, so here's playoffs. We were down here. We beat Skipper. We beat SP Red Dragon. We are up here now for finals. We are either facing off against King K. Bool or DJ Snore. They are playing on the weekend, I believe. So on the weekend, I'll know who I'm facing off against. It could either be a rematch against King K. Bull or facing off against DJ Snore, who I have never played. I will refrain from saying if I have a preference for who I play. It would either be a rematch or a new game. I think I'm excited for either game. I think it'll be fun. So we're guaranteed finals, top 2. This scoreboard will update not that much. I think Dragapult got 1 kill, so maybe we'll be at the top. We'll see. So finals is coming up within a week. We'll know if I get my first ever draft league win in on my first ever league. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in finals next week. Bye bye.